Hey guys, I hope you're all well. So this video is going to show me painting my latest warband for the game Pillage, and that's these awesome chaps. These are the Rus. I'm not too sure what that stands for. I should really have looked up to see who the Rus are. But yeah, it's these guys. These are the Rus, and this is my latest warband. This is the third warband I've painted. Yes, I've done the Vikings, I've done the Saxons. Now I'm doing these, and I have got the Normans to come up. So all these lovely miniatures are by Victrix. I'll leave a link down below to where you can go get more details about obviously their awesome miniatures and the game Pillage. They do a wide variety of miniatures for other sort of eras or ages. The other thing they also do is some lovely transfers for the shields. Yeah, it's not even worth me having a go at painting shields, so I use their ones. I think they're the little big men ones, but Victrix obviously sell them. As I say, I've done three or two of the warbands so far. This is my third warband, the Rus one. And the great thing here is I love these miniatures because they're highly detailed, look great, but great value for money. You're not paying sort of silly amount of money for a few miniatures. Here, the miniatures are about £1 each, which is pretty decent. So as always, come on sprues. So yeah, Rus Warband. So I need to work out who the Rus are. Obviously, England was kind of like invaded by so many people back in the medieval days. Yeah, everyone sort of had a piece of us, I think. So yeah, a nice variety of miniatures, different kind of shields, obviously instructions to show how you can put them together. But to be honest, you can mix and match and do what you want with these, which is just great. So yeah, I'm not going to show you me cutting them all out because you'd have seen that in previous videos. So you cut out all the bits, glue them together, and then yeah, I put them on metal bases just because I like the little bit of weight it gives. And then on my little painting handle, and you'll have seen this before, my painting handles have a little board that I can put them all in. This makes it a lot easier to sort of move them around, keep them all together. But I also use these to paint them. I did have a go at trying to paint everything while they were in these trays. Doesn't really work too well. So I do take them out. But it's only for highlighting. You'll see in a minute. Yeah, I do use this. So I ran out of black paint for the first time, I think, ever. Yeah, I ran out of black primer. But I've got some green primer. This is by the Colour Forge. I've been using their primers for years now. I actually love their stuff because their colours are lovely and matte, and there's a whole range of them. So I'm doing the Zenital highlighting here just because I'm doing so many miniatures at once. It's so much easier doing this than trying to dry brush them. So literally, they've all been primed. Now I'm just going to do the Zenital highlighting from above, kind of like 45 degrees. And yeah, just give them a little dusting of this. Again, this just helps the speed paints later on, adds to get sort of more contrast. So by doing this, obviously the top areas, the areas that would get hit by the sun, are nice and light, and anything underneath, especially underneath the shields, is going to be a darker looking color. So again, it just helps with the contrast and makes them look a little bit more realistic, I guess. I almost see it as cheating, really, doing this and then using speed paints. If you're like me and you're not a very good painter, this can make you get away with a lot of things. I say definitely tabletop ready is what we're going for here. Obviously, you're never going to win any painting competitions, but that's fine because, well, I've never entered any, and I don't see me ever doing that. So the guys are all ready now to go. So even using the green or dark green primer, yeah, it still gives that nice little contrast. So typically I would use black, but yeah, I think for the first time ever, I've kind of run out. But that's obviously because I've been doing so many miniatures now. Yeah, a lot more than I would normally. So as always, whenever I'm doing sort of the batch painting, typically I start off with the colours that I know are going to be in every single miniature. And again, this is why I am doing batch painting, as in painting all the miniatures at once, rather than just doing like a couple here or a couple there. It is so much quicker doing them all because then when I got the paint out, and say in this case, obviously the flesh sort of skin, I'm going to be doing this on every single miniature. So I pick a miniature up, do a little painting on him, put him down, pick up another one, do the same. And it really is a case of rinse and repeat. I say sometimes I do sort of paint a single miniature, spend a lot more time on it, and just sort of really get involved in the painting process. But these guys, I want to get these on the table as soon as I can, really. Start playing with them. Yeah, you know by now, I am hooked on the game Pillage. Although this is where this is the bit that does annoy me sometimes. I get very hooked on something, and then that's all I can think about. And the same happened when I used to play Kill Team. The same happened when I used to play Hero Quest. And now, obviously, it's the game Pillage. I find it very difficult to sort of spread my time over a lot of games. I just get hooked on one and then that's it. That's all I can focus on. Yeah, there's something a little bit wrong with me, I guess, but it's all good. So yeah, say obviously doing all the metal. Obviously, some of these bits, guys, I know I paint fast. This is sped up quite a lot, just because, well, I want to show you as much as I can, but not making the video too long. I know for me, the videos that I like are around sort of 10, 15 minutes in length. Every now and then, yeah, I'll sit and watch a 20-minute video as I'm sort of painting and doing things, but typically I like them sort of a bit shorter. So I sort of make videos how I would want to watch them. I know you guys sometimes don't care. So every now and then I'll do a little poll saying, would you like to see a short video or a long video? And you're like, yeah, whatever. So that's the main colors sort of done on all of them. Now it's a case of doing a color that I'm going to do on about say a quarter of them, maybe even a fifth of them, and then do another sort of color. So with the color scheme on all these guys, obviously I'm no historian, so I don't know the true sort of colors that they should have. All I know is I like to keep mine a little bit drab looking, I guess. These guys, none of these guys are meant to be rich, so I don't want anyone in some sort of is it purples and some blues. I think we're like sort of meant to be kept just for kings. So yeah, so none of those kind of colours. I am trying to find neutral sort of earthy colours. So yeah, definitely sort of shades of green, definitely shades of brown, and a few shades of orange. So these are the colours that I've kind of gone for and literally gone round all of them. And yeah, giving them a bit of this. So again, no real sort of scheme here to have their pants been a certain colour or their tops been a certain colour. I'm just doing them for me, really. And then just obviously brown. I'm going to use the same brown for all their shoes or boots or sandals or whatever it is they might be wearing on their feet. But yeah, typically I'm going to use this sort of brown and go around and do all of the little bits. And any sort of any belts or anything else that's missing that could be a brown or a leather, yeah, I will do with this one. So guys, I hope you're enjoying the little mini series of Pillage. Say, awesome game, absolutely love it. Hooked from the moment I first saw it, and now yeah, can't get enough of it. So this is my first warband. And each one of these ones from Victrix, there's about 36 miniatures in each. Even though when you come to play the game, obviously you work on a sort of a gold point system, and typically we go for about 500-600 gold points, which kind of gives you around typically about sort of 15 to 18 miniatures you'd use for your army, which is pretty cool. But obviously you want that full range of sort of miniatures, some with shields, swords, or some with great Dane axes, or even as this one has some slingers. Not that I've ever used them because, well, they hit on sixes, which is pants. So the shields, the decals, very easy to use. As you can see, just cut round, punch the hole in the middle, pull off the protective seal, and then just push on. And then all you've got to do is put some water on. So what I typically do is I sort of do loads of them at once, well, half a dozen, and then just wet them. Literally takes, I don't know, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and then this backing sort of just comes off. So yeah, do a few at once, and then sort of peel off several at once, and then rinse and repeat. Because typically when you play this game, yeah, shields are something you probably would use for pretty much most characters, apart from say the guys with the big Dane axes, because well, they need two hands to yield that weapon. But yeah, these come off nice and easy. Say, obviously the water on them doesn't have to be on there very long, and then the things just sort of slide it and then push it off. And I say great designs in these shields as well, because there's no way I'd be able to paint this kind of detail. Yeah, I mean, you've seen the way I paint. Yeah, I can't. I'm nearly as blind as a bat. Well, I wear glasses. And yeah, steel decals are the way to go. So the bases, yeah, I'm doing the same with all the bases I've done with all the miniatures, all in the same sort of look. And then the last thing to do is I've got my own little sepia wash here. So this was made from sepia ink. I think it's by Daly or Downey, one of those kind of ones, mixed with water. I think I did almost half and half, and then a little bit of washing up liquid in there just to sort of break the tension. Obviously, I put a bit too much on here, which I know for me is rare because these are washes, although I tend to call them baths because I put so much on. So literally, I do this on all the bits because the metal that I painted wasn't the speed paint metal, only because the speed paint metal goes on and just looks like a normal metal. There's not a lot of contrast in it, and the same with the skin tones. I like using the barbarian flesh skin tone, so they do need a wash over them, just to sort of give them that little bit of contrast and to kind of dirty them up. Again, whenever I've done any of my miniatures, I like them to be looking a bit rough, a little bit ready. They're not sort of strong, vibrant colours in any kind of way. Yeah, I like mine to look a bit weathered and bashed. So that's why washes are great because it does dirty it all down, gives it a bit more contrast. And then again, with the bases, very simple because obviously if you're doing a multitude of these kind of miniatures, you don't want to be spending hours. Well, you could do, but in my case, I like to get my miniatures done on the tabletop and playing with these ones. There are some miniatures that I do say take more time on, or little dioramas that I would take more time on, but they're obviously not for gameplay. So yeah, that's why batch painting, speed painting is just absolutely awesome. So finishing them off, a little bit of grass, and yeah, jobs are good. And so these are now very playable. Can't wait to get these on the table. Well, I have started playing a lot more with Normans. Normans and Saxons are the teams I like, just because obviously they have special abilities, or you can buy special abilities for your warband. And yeah, the Normans and Saxons get to re-roll failed hits, which will mean nothing to anyone who doesn't play the game. Oh, hello, Indy. Yeah, so she does, like every time I do something, she sort of comes over, just have a little nose and see what I'm doing. Yeah, cheeky little cat. So I really love how these have turned out. I say I haven't played these just yet. They will be in a game. Well, I think later on this week. I'm going to be playing a game. But yeah, love how these ones have come out. Definitely a good looking warband. So go, guys, go check out Victrix down below if you're interested in sort of medieval wargaming. As I say, they do these kind of guys, but they do a whole range of other things as well. They do a lot of Romans, which I'd love Romans. I'm not sure how well I'd be able to sort of fit them into playing Pillage, because obviously they were around a lot before this era. But who knows, they might want to make a comeback and another conquest of Britain. But who knows? So yeah, so these are the slingers, guys. This is the first time I've made these up because that's the other good thing with the say the miniatures. You can mix and match. So typically, I do make up sort of spearmen and archers. This is the first time I've done the slingers, because you never know. I may want to use them, or my teammates might want to use them. And I've also got a couple of guys with some flames here, because obviously, well, the game is pillage, so you're going to ransack places, nick stuff, and then basically torch the area. So I have now got, say, a ton of miniatures, because I'll say this is the third warband. So I've got over 100 miniatures I've done in the last sort of month. So I need somewhere to store them. And I've got this now, this nice big chunky box. Absolutely huge. If I can find the handle to open it, as you can see, yeah, this is the first time. I don't know how I missed the handles. But yeah, this stores an absolute shed load of miniatures. And the great thing I love about this is it stores them in a way different to the other ones, as in they just sort of pop in standing up. And this is really good for the spears. I have got some other boxes I put things in, but they tend to break spears, whereas this one, it doesn't. They fit in really well. You can get an absolute ton in here. I should have written down the number you can get, but say I'll be able to get all the war bands that I've done in here, and there'll be a ton more room for well each one of these sheets you can get a good war band in. So was it 36? I mean, it's about 42 or 44 miniatures in each one of these trays. So I got mine from Zatu Games. I'll leave a link down below. Guys, so I am an affiliate now with Zatu Games. Doesn't cost you anything, but every time you sort of click on the link and buy something, then I might get a few pennies back. Obviously, Zatu Games do a whole range of things. Obviously, tons of miniatures, tons of games as well. But yeah, so I got my case from them, which is now going to store, well, an absolute shed load of miniatures. But guys, yeah, check out the links. I say, because it really does obviously help me out. If you do use them, then great. Yeah, use them from my link would be awesome. And if you've never been there, yeah, go check them out. Because say they do a whole range of gaming miniatures, hobby supplies, and obviously awesome cases like this. Well, this case obviously isn't by them; It's by, I think, Games Workshop. But yeah, I really love how many miniatures I can get in there, and they store really, really well. And say, hopefully now, no more broken spears. So they fit in there, and I say I'll be able to get tons more. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, tons more videos of painting these kind of miniatures, as well as other miniatures coming up. It'd be great if you could like, share, leave comments, all that great stuff. You guys take care, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.